Here we are. We're going to go through the checking of a DPF filter, how you properly check the filter. Alright, these are Cummins ISX 2012. I got two of them today. We're just going to check one and we're going to see how everything works. I got my assistant here. He's going to show us what we're going to do. The first thing we do when we get a DPF filter in is we flow test it. Wait for him to get his gloves on. That one right there. So we're going to flow test this filter. We put that adapter there for a proper seal to make sure we can get a proper flow on it.
Showing you the flow.
Okay, got it in there. All right. So now we're going to flow test it. First thing we're going to do is we're going to check it. Pulling a 5.5. And then we're going to do a light check. A light check is how we make sure it's not cracked. See that bright light? Okay. So we're going to look here. I don't see any light. I don't think you guys do either. Okay. So we know that's good. Now we're going to make sure that the pin properly goes in. We pin test it 3 times. So here, here. Okay, everything seems to be okay. We do this about 15 times just to verify that there's no cracking going on inside of the filter. Now the way we know that it's good, can you get the tape measure ready? So here we go, we're going to go on the dirty side and we're just going to measure how long it really is. So if you can look there, it goes all the way to 10 3/4. 10 3/4. Just to verify one more time. Look, all the way 10 3/4. Okay, now we're going to flip it over. We're going to check the clean side. That's going to verify that we went the proper depth. Now, as you can see, I'm going to put it in here. See that? As you can see, the tape is there. I'm going to pull it out and we're going to look all the way 10 3/4. All right. Now, go ahead and put that over by the oven. Now tomorrow, we're going to bake this thing overnight. And we're going to see what happens tomorrow with the flow. And then we're going to pin drop it again and we're going to light test it again. Here's our oven. Go ahead and open that up. Like I said, as you can see, he's going to go ahead and load these in here. As you can see, this is a 1 box off of DD15. That whole 1 box will fit inside that oven, so we can actually clean the 1 boxes. He's loading that up. We're going to load that one in there. Okay. No, it's alright. Alright, so the DPF now, 5.4, is going in the machine. We cooled it off this morning. Here's the DPF machine, as you can see. There's an arrow. That's how you got to put it in the machine, the proper way. Now he's fixing to start the machine up, and then once it gets done, we'll show you the results. All right, Took it out of the oven. It's already gone through the machine. There's your number right there, 5.4. As you can see, it's been flipped over. Now we're going to check the dirty end. This would be the flow on the truck. First, we're going to do the light test. I don't think you can see in there, but maybe. If you can see a little glow, then we know that the glow of the light is protruding to the filter. We don't see any bright light. It's not cracked. Okay, now we're going to do the flow test. Go ahead and turn that flow test on, David. As you can see, now the filter is clean. The next step we're going to do is we're going to do a pin drop on it just to verify everything is good. We already did a preliminary, we did a secondary, and now we're going to do one more just to double check. Get that tape measure ready. Just put it on the table there. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. You see this number right here? This is how we're going to do a pin drop. We're going to follow this pattern right here. We're going to verify that it's good. Now I'm going to make my 12 o'clock position in between these two sensors right here. And I'm going to start. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here. I'm going to get my good number here. We're at 10 and 5/8 roughly. Okay. I'm going to keep my finger there. No resistance. No resistance. Anytime there's any kind of resistance, then we make a notation on the paperwork. Everything seems very smooth. I can even do it with my fingers. Little bit of crust in there, but nothing stopping me from moving anything. Okay, let's go ahead and put a piece of tape right where my fingers are at. Yeah, right there. That's perfect. Okay, so this is just going to make it a little easier for us. Well, the pin's a little stiff there. Yes. Okay. Yep. No, I'll call him when you leave. Thank you. Bye. Okay. So now we got the tape kind of in the right spot. We can kind of keep going. This makes it easier. You want to be able to put it down with two fingers. Because if the pin starts to bend, then you know that there's buildup inside of there. See how smooth that is? I'm just doing it with two fingers. Find a hole. Now I'm on the inner part. We do it probably about 15 times, maybe even 20 on some filters, just to make sure that there's going to be no issues. Nice and smooth, even with the bend in the pin. Nice and smooth. Looking good. So I move the pin down just so you can see the tape is right at 10 and 5/8. Show that too right there. So again, going back to the filter, nice and smooth. Now we're in the center here, nice and smooth all the way around. This is the proper way to clean a DPF, not power washing. You saw no power washing going on here. Now I'm going to flip it over to verify what our readings are, because that's how we verify if it's the clean end. So again, we're going to measure it one more time just to make sure. 10 and roughly 5/8 right there. Everything's the same. Nothing has changed. So we're going to flip the filter over to the clean side. Okay, one more time. Everything's the same. 10 3/4, 10 5/8. We're just going to stick it right here in the middle. Make sure, as you can see, get close to that. You can see this is exactly the same. Nothing, nice and smooth. This is how we get our clean side measurements. And now we're going to go ahead and finish our paperwork. Everything was good, no issues. And we're going to move on to this customer and tell him that he's got one clean DPF.